Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
As I study my way through the book of John, I see over and over how Jesus was trying to get His followers to think spiritually instead of physically. That's really hard to do 100% of the time because we are so earthbound. We start thinking spiritually and our stomach growls. We stub our toe. We start to sweat, or we look at our bank account and our mind automatically returns to our physical mode. Thousands of little everyday things demand our attention, and a spiritual mindset gets derailed. That's probably why I had trouble understanding John 14:12. It's one of those verily, verily passages, so I knew it was important, but it just didn't make sense. On the night of Jesus' arrest, He took the opportunity to comfort His 11 remaining disciples after Judas Iscariot left. He knew how they would feel for the next 3 days, weak, helpless, and vulnerable, alone. But after His resurrection, they would begin to understand why all of this had to happen. And when the Holy Spirit came, they would have the power, boldness, and strength that they would need to continue His ministry. He tells them, "Most assuredly I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do also, and greater works than these will he do, because I go to my Father." On the surface, that was true. His disciples preached, healed the sick, raised the dead, and cast out demons, so much so that in Acts 5:15 it says they brought sick people into the streets, that Peter's shadow could pass over them and they would be healed. But it's 2,000 years later, and we're not doing those miracles anymore. So what happened to all that power? We hear of some isolated healing miracles here and there, mostly on the mission field, but I've never seen a person rise out of their coffin and walk out of a funeral home. So this can't be what Jesus was talking about. That's where we've got to think about it spiritually. Every single one of the people who Jesus healed physically eventually died. So the greater things that we do is that we bring the news of salvation. And through the work of the Holy Spirit in us, people can receive healing of their spiritual eyes, ears, and lives. Eternal healing, because it doesn't end when they die. Jesus told them that it was best for them if He went away so the Holy Spirit could come. Jesus' ministry was limited because He was one person in one small corner of the world, in one time period. With the Holy Spirit living in each of His followers, they could each reach thousands in their lifetime, and that ministry would continue into the future for as many generations as it took. As believers multiplied, the work became greater as souls around the world and down through the ages were healed to live eternally. Now the gospel has reached every part of the world in every form of media. It went from backwoods Galilee around the globe, from the Inuits of Canada to the jungles of Indonesia. The Bible is being translated into every language in the world, and soon every tribe and tongue will have heard of God's great love for them. What greater things have you done? How has God used you to spread the gospel in your neck of the woods?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.